Hi guys, it's me again, Jenny from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the flip through of the third of the four Etsy collection, my first Etsy collection mini journals. As you may know, I've had some really severe technical issues trying to film these this week. Hopefully they're sorted out now. We can just get on with looking through and listing them on Etsy. So this one here, this mini journal is called Edwardian Elegance, and I absolutely love it, and I've tried to keep the colours really neutral. Again, it's from the repurposed coffee box, and it has the, let's have a show you if I can, selection of vintage necklaces, repurposed on the back. The spine is the dangle, okay, and it basically has a lace trim on the spine as well, little hole at the back for the lace to go through, and it's tied at the front. Okay, so that's that. The cardstock's sewn onto the coffee boxes, and it's got it's lined with cardstock as well. Okay, so it's got a pocket to start with. We've got some burlap and one of the ephemera pieces from this paper stock on decorating it there, and it just has a couple of like a little bit of, and you can see something for journaling on, and one little tags, one little journaling tags with a bit of stamping on the back. Okay, and the this is from the front of a vintage book that I picked up. The front paper, is it end paper it's called? Anyway, I just loved it. I loved it, so I sort of repurposed that. And again, the little collage here of the some of the embellishments that comes with this Edawardian Lady here. And I don't know if you can see, I got all carried away with the sewing of the lace, and some of the little threads were still left, and I left them loose. I was quite pleased with that. I thought that looked like they were coming off of the little cotton reel there. 6 signatures, and this is a selection of vintage papers, vintage pictures, and new and tea-dyed paper and plain, but I've tried to keep them in a plain sort of neutral colour scheme. These ladies printed on tracing paper, and this is some of that beautiful washi tape that I don't know if you remember I picked up a little while ago, that came in its own little carry box. There you go. Let's make sure you're in frame. Got a little some graphic 45 oh, I can't remember what they're called again, stamps, but this, I thought this little stamp, it's of a fan, and it's from the same range that's featured all the way through. This is from a book about Edith Holden that I found. That's from the oh, I'll have to try and remember the stamp collection, and I'll pop it in the description box below. Anyway, that's from the same stamping set, and I just thought I'd pop it onto the muslin. I think it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And that muslin stamped is just sort of, you can put it anywhere you like really, because it's just on with a little teardrop paperclip. In fact, that's the same with the dangle as well. It can be removed. It can be removed. It's on a little teardrop paper clip, so it's easy to take off if you want to, and then just put it back on when you want to put it on your shelf. This beautiful perfume bottle's a stamp, and that's stamped as well. Little picture of the sort of ink drawing type painting of sites around Britain. And I've used them in all of these journals, I think, so far. Little card, a little bit of stamping, but you get the gist. As I said, this here, this centre is both pockets on either side. Got little goodies in, there. And this is from Daphne's diary. I think it's a Daphne's diary page, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Is that just folded on there? Yeah. Botanical page, a little bit of maths paper. The other side of that book about all out and about in Britain. You get the gist. This is a lace, and it's just got the little dangle on that is a little butterfly. That tab. This is from a big piece of these are papers that my friend bought me to go on trays, I think, for food. But I just love them, and they've got the knife, fork, and a plate. But they're huge, and I've sort of cut them down to pop in here. That's the other side of that washi. If you can see how gorgeous that is. And I think I'll feature that again. And that's the end of the first signature. We've just got a little bit of a collage on the back there. Okay, and that's the second signature. Little pocket, little hidden pocket. I need to put something in that and pop it in. That's vintage sewing machine. Little bits and pieces clipped in here and there. A little pocket there for bits and pieces you might want to pop in. Stamping, washi. I'll clip those together. That's a little bit of the muslin with the vintage sewing machine type tool, and I've popped it on with a little paper clip there that's embellished with the bead. Lots of room for journaling. Different types of paper, and as you can see, I've tried to keep the colours quite neutral. A little bit of, I think that's from a little bag. I just cut the handles off because I've got loads of them, and I made a little tab with that. I don't know if you can see the dangle on there. It's like a little, there we go, on the bowl with the pin. And that washi is gorgeous. It doesn't really, it's just about neutral enough to earn a place in here, but it's absolutely lovely. So I've just put that in just because I like it. Oh, Edwardian Lady again, looking gorgeous in her evening dress. And that's the end of the second signature. The third signature, little pocket there. It's got the piece of the ephemera from the that little card set. I think it's called the Vintage Classic, or Classic Vintage, whatever it was called. A little bit of botanical, little envelope here that's collaged, and then it's got a couple of little bits in, just to, it just gives you an idea that you can pop what you like in it. This is from the reprint of the paper from 1919, I think, which is featured in here. And this is a page from that book I got on 18th century dress. It's a vintage book, and I just love the illustration, so I've popped that in there, and I thought it sat quite well in this journal. It sat very well in fact. It's a little bit delicate, so I've just reinforced it with washi, but I just love these hats. Absolutely love that. If you can see that, that's the centre of the second signature. And I've actually left the text because I think it's interesting. You may want to journal on that, or pop something on there. He's very regal looking gentleman. Anyway, little flip out, little stamp there of a tape measure again, the other side of those costumes. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. On the other side of the newspaper as well, which you'll find really funny just reading through. On the other side of that little envelope, again collaged with bits from the newspaper, and it's just got little bits in, butterfly and little circular doobry. Put what you like in there really. And this is vintage paper that you'll see a lot of in the other journals. I've popped in, and a botanical, and just that little, I don't know if you can see the dangle on that. I think the dangle on that one. A little dangle beady thing. What's it in frame? Another pocket. And that's the end of the second signature. Second or third? Second. Third signature. Basically have embellished with the washi. And edged it with some paper. You can see that, just how detailed it is. It's lovely. Different types of paper for journaling popped in. The Edith Holden book. This is a little book about herbs from around different times of year. Stamping. What have I done here? I think this is just a journal card. Postcard I've done. It's like a vintage postcard. On the side it's got the little the washi, Edwardian sort of washi. But again, I just love the colours for this journal. I wanted to keep it kind of sepia. This is from the Edith Holden book. A little line drawing there. Oh, I think it says a Birmingham Art School. Anyway, where Edith Holden was supposed to have studied, apparently, according to the book. Anyway. A little bit of fabric that I've got in my stash. Here is a tab and a little black and white little bead dangle. I think it looked quite nicely with that little section there. So it's not fussy, and I've, as I said, tried to keep the colours quite similar in this. That's the end of the washi. That marbled paper again, and I backed it on some cardstock with a little embellishment here that's a tuck spot with some bits that you can pop in. You can stick anywhere you like. Sewing theme going on there. Birds. I thought I'd add the birds, the black and white drawings of the birds in this one. That fan in black, music paper with the stamping and the washi. And this is a card that I picked up. I've had it in my stash for ages and I just loved it. I thought it looked quite nice. And I've used it as a collage for the centrepiece of that's our signature, third signature. You can see little bits of book page, little bits of the vintage newspaper, the reprint vintage newspaper, stamping. I just thought it made an interesting little collage. You can see I think got a bit of light reflected there. And I backed it onto, as you can see, another of those beautiful images of the 18th century costume. I think that's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Quite delicate, so I'm glad I sort of backed it onto that one. Music paper, doily, music paper. I've just done a little collage here. That was of this stamp. It's quite a nice size, and it's of a locomotive. But I love the colours, and I just thought I would just do a little collage here with my postmark. This comes out, this little sort of, doobery comes out if you'd like to take it out. And I've just decorated the paper clip with a little dangle. This there, I don't know if you can see the bulb pin and that little dangly thing. It's that one, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, five signatures. So this is the sixth and last signature in this journal, and that has the something else from that Edith Holden book, a little illustration. It's a fascinating book. I haven't really seen it before, and I thought, as I say, it's more about her than anything else. I love this washi in there. Another of our lovely Edwardian Lady stamps. And I got this little dangle here. It looked like a vintage coin, and I just popped it on here. I thought it looked quite nice, positioned in that little journal card thing there, just with like a little blue. The heavily coffee stained botanical book. And this is the centrepiece of that last signature. And it actually folds out to give you the use. I didn't want to cut it, but Lady Esther. That folds out like so, and that side like so. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, it's interesting reading. I thought it'd be fun in there to pop in. Just a little journaling card that's been stamped on and pinned in with a teardrop, copper coloured teardrop paper clip, and a little tab with a pin cushion on it. There we go. Vintage typewriter, just because I like it really, on muslin. You can pop that anywhere you like, move it to anywhere you like. Journaling paper edged with washi, the little fan, and that final little illustration. I don't know if you can see it properly. Let me just try so you can have a look and see this beautiful illustration. It's supposed to be Edith holding again, and I've got some ribbon. This is actually ribbon, and I've just popped this little bowl pin, these little beads on it. There you go. This was supposed to be a pocket. I did it all sort of pockety, and then I stuck it all down so it doesn't actually open, which is a bit of a shame. So I popped these little, like this is from Graphic 45, as a little tuck spot. Graphic 45 ephemera. They look like the old, oh, those penny stamps that were quite rare. Anyway, not to worry, but you have a little tuck spot there for little bits and pieces you might like to pop in the back. And that is Edwardian Elegance for you. And as I've said, as you know, just as a special surprise, bonus, whatever, celebration for the first of the first collection for the Etsy store, they will all be coming with their own little ephemera pocket, which is made for any journal, but I thought it was quite in keeping. It's a pocket that has little bits and pieces in there that you can pop in your journal, and I've popped together. And then on the back, what I've done is, oh yes, I don't know if you can see, I've decorated a little collage there with some lace, muslin, little vintage stamp, card stamp thing, and then I popped on the back a little selection of, oh yes, this has got a bonus in it. I popped this in from the newspaper because I thought it was just a lot of fun. So it's the only pocket that's got a back to it, so you might want to use it as a floating pocket, clipped in to any journal you fancy once you're done with it. So I've popped that in there. Ladies' Mirror, Fads and Frivolities. What could be smarter than this wrap coat of putty coloured duvetin with its deep coney collar? Well, what do you know? What do you think, ladies? Not sure myself, but not the most flattering, I don't think, but you know, each to their own. And I've just popped on the back just some bits and pieces that you can pop in any of your journals really. And as I say, I will be doing these embellishment pockets for traveller's notebook size and general journal size. It's from 1970s, a Jackie magazine, I think. Anything you, yeah, whatever I've got on hand really, vintage papers, you'll be able to sort of buy them in my store. But that will be coming with this journal. It's Edwardian Elegance. So that's that one. The next one I'll be featuring is, bear with me, is this one. It's the frosted hydrangea. So stay with us. The next video will be frosted hydrangea and its ephemera little embellishment pocket too. They should be in my Etsy by the time this is uploaded. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.